This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Good day, I'm Elena Rusk. A homicide investigation underway after a deadly shooting at a popular shopping center in Southwest Bakersfield last night. Police were called to the parking lot of the shops at Riverwalk on Stockdale Highway near Buena Vista just after 9 p.m. And they say they found a man on the ground, shot several times in the parking lot near the Target. He was pronounced dead at the scene. So far, no suspect information has been made available. But if you know anything about this shooting, you are asked to call the BPD at 327-7111. And 17's Christian Galeno will have more on this story and the investigation tonight on 17 News at 5. In your 17 Court Watch today, a judge ordered a former Kern County deputy to stand trial on several charges alleging sexual misconduct filed in connection with incidents from 2019 that occurred when he was on duty. There are 2 cases filed against Michael Clark, one involving 7 charges, 5 felonies and 2 misdemeanors, while the second involves felony charges of sexual battery, assault by a public officer, and false imprisonment with violence. The witnesses in the first case include 2 women who worked at a fast trip near sheriff's headquarters, a woman arrested by Clark, and a 4th woman who spoke with Clark at her home after she reported an identity theft case. All reported inappropriate behavior, some saying Clark touched them against their will, according to court documents and testimony. Clark's defense attorney has suggested through questioning of prosecution witnesses that his client flirted with and asked out the alleged victims, but didn't engage in criminal behavior. The county settled lawsuits brought by 3 victims for a total of $290,000. You can read more about these cases on our website, kget.com. And 17 News, your local election headquarters. A series of community education workshops are being held over the next several weeks as county officials are engaging the public on a 1-cent sales tax increase on the ballot. The local control tax measure is one way to offset revenue losses to the county as property taxes from the oil and gas industry continue to decline. Recent surveys of voters in unincorporated Kern areas show strong support for maintaining and improving vital public safety-related services like emergency response, crime prevention, and homelessness. So the next workshop coming up on public safety vital services on this measure is set for 6 to 7 this evening. That's at the East Bakersfield Veterans Hall on Ridge Road. Another public workshop is set for Monday at 6 p.m. That's August 29th at the Mojave Senior Center on O Street. The public, of course, encouraged to attend and participate in these workshops. Well, wildlife at both the park at Riverwalk and Truxtun Lakes are drying up as the water is drying there, a result of the statewide mega drought. Saving the turtles in these areas from these lakes has become a top priority for our community.
I think some people are really concerned and they take turtles and relocate them and that sort of thing.
Now, most of the turtles at the river and at the lakes are actually pet store turtles, according to the organization Bring Back the Kern. They'll dig under the mud when the water recedes to stay cool, but this can then lead to them dying. Local officials say they are working with an environmental group to come up with the best plan to save the wildlife. Unfortunately, the city of Bakersfield says they cannot provide supplemental water to these lakes.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our comprehensive care center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
And happening today, there's a reminder that the Distinguished Speakers Series is returning to Bakersfield College. The first speaker of the series, Aaron Ralston, will tell his extraordinary story of survival after an 800-pound boulder trapped him in a remote Utah canyon, the harrowing tale of survival that inspired the movie 127 Hours. Ralston will speak this afternoon at 2 p.m. at the Levin Center and again at 7 p.m. at the Indoor Theater. The presentations are free and open to the public, and you can see the list of the 9 other distinguished speakers who are scheduled at BC there through 2023 on our website, kget.com. Also happening today, local favorite Mento Buru will perform at the Concerts by the Fountain with their blend of Jamaican ska, reggae, salsa, and funk. The summer concert series at the Marketplace is free, with an additional performance coming up in 2 weeks on September 8th for the band Orphan John and the Abandoned after their concert last week was postponed due to excessive heat. And the performer named Chicano Batman is set to perform downtown this evening. That concert also featuring special guest Chola Orange at 7 p.m. at Central Park at Mill Creek. You may recognize the band Chicano Batman from their album Invisible People. Visit the Moonshine Me website to learn more information about this event and to purchase your $30 email confirmation tickets. Or tonight you can break out your leg warmers as the Lost 80s live tour is making a stop at Mechanics Bank Theater. The concert begins at 7:30 p.m. featuring some of the decade's favorites like A Flock of Seagulls, Wang Chung, The English Beat, Men Without Hats, Missing Persons, Musical Youth, and others. Now, tickets are still for sale, ranging from $35 to $95 at AXS.com. And then let's look ahead to some concerts happening tomorrow. Aaron Lewis and the Stateliners are coming to the historic Fox Theater. You may recognize Aaron from his single Am I the Only One, which debuted on Billboard's #1 Hot Country Song list. He also has 2 #1 Billboard country album debuts for his albums Town Line and Sinner. His latest unplugged album, Frayed at Both Ends, was released in January. Doors open at 7 p.m. tomorrow. The show starts at 8. Tickets range from $58 to $108 on the Fox website. Also tomorrow, Co Wetzel will take the stage at Dignity Health Amphitheater at the park at Riverwalk. He will be performing with country singers Mike Ryan and Ben Burgess. Wetzel's latest single, April Showers, was released last month. That show starting at 7:30, and you can get tickets ranging from $35 to $85 on AXS or at dignityhealthamphitheater.com. Traffic alert for you, a freeway closure beginning tonight for the westbound 58 connector to the southbound 99. This closure taking place this evening beginning at 9 p.m., lasting overnight until 5 a.m. tomorrow. And they say they need to shut it all down for a sign installation. So during that closure, westbound to southbound drivers, those of you trying to come off of the 58 and go down on the 99, you're going to be detoured to northbound 99 and have to exit at California to loop back around and go west and to the southbound side. Does that all make sense? Basically, you're just going to want to avoid this area. They say construction schedules may change without notice due to unforeseen circumstances, and the Thomas Roads Improvement Project saying they apologize for any inconvenience this work may cause. But of course, we know that connector needs to be worked on. Speaking of traffic, the phasing out of gas-powered cars in California is about to hit the fast lane. The Sacramento Bee reporting that California's Air Resources Board is expected to approve sweeping new regulations today that would require 35% of new cars sold in the state to be electric by 2026 and all of them be electric by 2035. The regulations would completely end the sale of new gasoline or diesel cars in California in just the next 13 years.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.